Many people learn about World War II in school, but few are still around to tell their stories of what it was actually like. WCIA3's Marley Capper sat down with a man who was born not too long after World War I ended for this week's Veterans Voices.
Most men in the 1920s expected to be drafted when they were 18 years old. That was no different for Kenneth Rellig. He knew it was a matter of time before he was called to serve.
The war was about over, but they hurried us to get us over there because in basic training time, the Battle of the Bulge was going on, and they needed people over there, I guess.
Kenneth Rellig was drafted into the Army in November of 1944.
Onto French soil.
5 months after D-Day, a turning point in World War II.
Stubbornly dependent.
And after basic training, I was sent to Italy.
He was trained to be a combat engineer.
And I went to school on mine warfare, mines and Bailey bridges and the like.
There he studied booby traps and how to disarm a mine.
Still some of the pictures that we had to draw. And from there we went on up to northern Italy to get on a ship to be shipped out to Japan.
They left on August the 12th, 6 days after President Harry Truman ordered an atomic bomb to be dropped on Hiroshima.
Specifies the unconditional surrender of Japan.
He believes that moment saved his life.
There was a lot of word that we were going to be having an invasion of Japan eventually, and knowing what would happen with that, how many people would not survive it.
But his day in combat never came because of the bombing. It was a grueling time in his life. After returning home, he attended the University of Illinois on the GI Bill, an opportunity he says he received because he served.
Which I probably wouldn't have been able to do had it not been for going overseas and being in the war.
Rellig dedicated his life to education and spent his career teaching. When he retired, he bought a Christmas tree farm in Shelbyville. Now, at 96 years old, he's enjoying the simplicity of everyday life and often looks back at his time in the service.
Nice book.
Rellig got to go on an honor flight in 2017 with his grandson. Now he encourages anybody interested in joining the military to serve.
You can watch Veterans Voices every Wednesday at 10 p.m. and we'll have a half-hour special on Veterans Day, November 11th.